Greetings everyone, and welcome to lesson number 21. In this lesson we are going to be learning about direct speech and indirect speech. So direct speech is where we quote the exact words that someone said. We put quotation marks around their words and say expressions like he said and she said. For example, in this one it says he said, and then we have the quotation marks here, right here and right here. I am saving my money to go on vacation. So right here, I am saving my money to go on vacation. These are the exact words that he said. Okay, so we put he said in the beginning, or you can take this and put it at the end right here. So you can choose whatever you want, all right? In this case, we use the exact quote that the person said. Now, when we're talking about indirect speech, okay, we're going to explain what a person said, but not in their exact words. Rather, we explain it in our own words, okay? When we use reported speech or indirect speech, okay, we often switch to the past tense to describe what happened. So we use the past simple tense, okay, or whatever happened in the past, we put it in the past tense, okay? Let's take a look at some of the examples here and you'll understand. But before we get here, let's continue with direct speech and then we'll move on here because some of these are similar to these ones here. So, like I said, we have quotation marks in the beginning and at the end of the exact words that somebody said. I like to travel to many countries, she said. Okay, these are her exact words. I like to travel to many countries. She likes going to France and Spain and Italy and all these countries, right? Next we have, I enjoy trying different foods, he said. Okay, so he enjoys trying different foods like Indian food, French food, Italian food, Greek food, a lot of different foods. And then finally we have, we hate working on Sunday, they shouted. Shouted is like when you scream, we hate working on Sunday with an exclamation mark, because the exclamation mark means that somebody is shouting someone or something. Okay, somebody is saying something with a very loud voice. Okay, so we hate working on Sunday, they shouted. It's emphasized. All right, let's go ahead and now look at what we have for the indirect speech, which is similar to the ones that we just covered right here. Indirect speech is also known as reported speech. So it says, she said that, and that is optional. Okay, so when we're talking with friends or family or in informal settings, oftentimes people will not include that. So we'll include it in this one and I'll say it again without it. She said that she likes to travel to many countries. She said she likes to travel to many countries. You see? Now, in this case, we're talking about this girl here. I like to travel to many countries, she said. But here it says she said, okay? It's reported. You're talking about what she said. And we're also talking about it in the past, okay? Because said is the past form of the verb to say, okay? We say said. I said, you said, she said, he said, we said, they said. Next we have, he mentioned that he enjoys different foods. Okay, he mentioned that he enjoys different foods, okay, coming from this one. I enjoy trying different foods. He mentioned that he enjoys trying different foods, okay, you could say. And remember, you don't have to say that. He mentioned he enjoys different foods. You could say it just like that. You choose. And finally, we have this one. They shouted, okay, so they're yelling with a high voice. They shouted that they hate working on Sunday. Okay, notice here that we do not have an exclamation mark. Okay, in reported speech, we don't use exclamation marks. We just simply say, they shouted they hate working on Sunday, or they shouted that they hate working on Sunday. Okay, so now that you can see the difference between direct speech and indirect speech, it's going to be very simple for you. Basically, they both convey the same information, but when speaking in regular conversations, most people talk in reported speech, okay, or indirect speech, okay? But unless you want to like emphasize what the person specifically said, we would use direct speech. Okay? So when we want to be specific, use direct speech. When you want to just tell a story or tell somebody something that happened in a general sort of sense, use indirect speech. This is more natural right here, indirect speech. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at a few more examples here. Direct and indirect speech. So you'll see it clearly here. We have 5 examples. We are living in New York City nowadays, Eric said. Okay? And then it says, Eric said that they are living in New York City nowadays. Okay? So basically, it conveys the same information. Here, I just bought a new car, he said. He said that he just bought a new car. Okay? I think she stole my pencil, the boy said. Okay, so this is his exact quote. I think she stole my pencil. But when we want to use reported speech, we say, the boy said that he thinks she stole his pencil. And remember, if we don't want to include that while we're speaking in informal conversations, we can erase it. The boy said he thinks she stole his pencil. We will see our parents next week, they said. They said that they will see their parents next week. Now, if you don't want to put this in the beginning right here, you can put it, remember, at the end. So, they said, we can move it right at the end. So, they said that, we'll take it away here, and you could say, make this capitalized. They will see their parents next week. Okay? They said. Okay? So you could say it like that as well. And finally, we have this one. I am not going to take no for an answer, he said. Okay? It's his direct quote. He said that he is not going to take no for an answer. Okay, reported speech. We're just reporting what somebody said. In this case, this guy. He said, I'm not going to take no for an answer. That's exactly what he said, his exact words. So we're reporting what he said. Okay, so it's very easy, and I hope it was all very clear for you. If I were you, I would recommend practicing how to talk in reported speech more, because it will help you sound more natural when you're speaking English. So focus on this, okay guys? This is easy, right? This is easy because all you have to say is the exact quote. But reported speech or indirect speech is a little more complicated, but if you know this, you'll sound really, really good in English when you're talking to people. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.